Yes, guys, how we doing? So what I'm going to talk about today is just some like sort of my lessons and sort of like my stories from when I first started training in the gym, and just sort of, like I said, share with you sort of like the failures that I went through, just to show you sort of where I started and like some of the ridiculous things that sort of I was doing back then. And like I said, because obviously I've been doing it probably about since I was like 16, 17 when I first started going into the gym and sort of training. And like I said, just obviously just because perhaps like it's like my sort of job now, different things like that. Again, I'm no different. We all start in the same place. That's what you have to realize, okay? We all start as a learner. We all start with L plates. I was no different. I was just I obviously done it longer, whatever, pursued it, and as a career, okay? I think like, so when I got started, I think I was going down to the gym with my dad, and sort of, or he was going down, and I was like, where's he going? And I was like, okay, I'll come down. I remember sort of going there, just didn't have a clue what I was doing, obviously young and stuff, and then I think it was like me and my mate Phil, we used to start going down, and like we didn't have a clue what we were doing. We just go around some of the machines, didn't know how they worked, didn't know sort of what weights to use, or just generally try to sort of check on the heaviest weight and try and lift it. That's what we try to do, and copy sort of other people there. That's what we always did. We were like, we went on the bench press after some people trying to lift what they lifted, just sort of ego lifting to the max, basically. That was it, trying to stack every machine. I remember the pec deck in the corner, and it like put on and just trying to use the pec deck and trying to sort of like stack that, trying to lift like weights we couldn't. That was it, basically. Like, so it was so fun, and we were laughing stock, and then like people would come up to us and just like, have you tried like lowering the weight and perhaps doing a few more reps? And we were like, no, like don't bother with that. Like just want to lift and sort of like lift more than you. And again, just so ego driven and so funny. Didn't do much legs, did a bit of running, but yeah, I wanted to get bigger, because again, I was skinny at the time when I was younger, and just I want to put some size on, I want to sort of grow, I want to build some muscle. That was it, just get massive. And I remember sort of like after a while then we started talking to the gym instructor, and he gave us sort of a bit of a plan, and just sort of like, just like a guidance thing, basically, just a basic plan to follow. So then we do that. But when he did sort of like, it was like 4 or 5 days a week, and like, so we'd only do sort of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's like chest, back, and shoulders. Okay, we wouldn't bother with like anything else. Like the Friday and Saturday workouts, we'd just be out playing football or PlayStation, and it was just a case of we'd always just work on those, like chest, back, and shoulders, nail those. Love those days. Get a nice pump on, and just like and then go and sit in the cafe and just sort of after in the sports centre, and it was just fun, because that was just the first start. But we didn't have a clue what we were doing, and we were just doing like picking and choosing, just doing sort of, this would be a nice workout to do. And then I started getting into it, I started reading more things, and just like, okay, right, if I want to do this, why can't I? I started Googling stuff. To be fair, I've always been away and a bit switched on, and just sort of, okay, right, I started reading up on it, learning how to do it. Okay, so I started like search Googling, found bodybuilding.com, started like reading Men's Healths, and that's sort of where again started sort of, I found Triple H's workout, I found The Rock's workout, I found sort of someone else's workout, and then each week then we'd be doing a different workout, like hopping from one to the other, like thinking this workout is the savior, this workout's going to do this workout's going to do like change this for me, and it was just like, obviously, again, like workout was no different, because it had like a superhero's name on it or Triple H's name on it. I thought I was going to look like Triple H, or I'd look like Jay Cutler, and it was just crazy. Basically, just like you look back and just like how funny it was. That sort of like mindset. And so again, each week we come in like, new plan this week, new plan. Whereas obviously, that's like what you want to do with a plan is obviously work it for a good sort of 8 to 12 weeks, so you get the benefits from it. Okay, if you're constantly changing, again, you're not going to get any of the gains from that workout. Okay, and then at the time again, eating again, like there wasn't so much eating, just like obviously wherever my mum was cooking. I got into supplements, obviously found out about those. Wow, supplements again, all these protein, different things like that, and started buying loads of those. Started buying my first type of protein, and sort of reading about them all the time, got into some creatine. I was just taking these, thinking they were the magic pill, and thinking they were going to change me. And I would look then like obviously like the bodybuilders I was following. I got into Jay Cutler at the time, like sort of obviously the wrestlers. I wanted to look like The Rock, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I remember just taking this protein shake, and that was it. Like sort of just thinking that I would just, I'm going to grow from this. Whereas like, no, it's just 20 grams of protein. It's just like a tin of tuna. It's not going to do anything magical to you. So that was fun. Yeah, I remember doing, and as I was going through tubs and tubs of protein, wonder why that thing was changing, because obviously I wasn't really eating enough either. Well, my eating wasn't very good, so it wasn't. I just thought this supplement would change it. Then it's gone to sort of like little sort of like pre-workouts and stuff like that as well, and sort of trying to take sort of fat burners. I went through a lot of supplements, like spent a lot of money on my mum's my mum's credit card. I remember I was always on Monster supplements, getting stuff and thinking this was it. This is why I needed supplements. It's like, no, like supplements don't do anything. That's what again it finally dawned on me. Once the sort of I actually got into personal training, and sort of the PTs there were just like, no, you just need to eat more. Just focus on your eating. And yeah, that was like the craziness basically. So I've always like hopping between one program to the next. I'd just all supplements. There wasn't any sort of like care about eating, actual diet. I didn't think that could help at all. I thought it was all supplements. And then I sort of reading Men's Health every month, or Muscle and Fitness. I'd go out, I think it's like a 10th of the month, or I'd have it delivered, go out and get it. And I'd read through it, looking at just like, oh, okay, just buy the supplements they were advertising, and just read through and get the little tips and stuff about it. But actually sort of not implement the actual advice that would actually help me, okay? And just like, I'd start trying, so go into their diets then, and the bodybuilder diets would be like eating 7 meals a day. Okay, well, this is what I need. I need to eat 7 meals a day. And I need to eat every 2 to 3 hours. This is what I need to start doing. And that's what sort of, I started doing then. Like eating sort of every 2 to 3 hours, trying to get 7 meals in, and just started upping my appetite. And it's just from this again, it started sort of I kept on like reading. It's obviously the same thing, but I kept on like sort of reading, applying a bit of it, and then I sort of from that persistence again over time, it started stuff started happening, stuff started changing. Actually sort of from, because I was always going to the gym, like trying to sort of always do my dumbbell bench. I was getting stronger. I was getting adding a bit more weight. With nutrition, it was getting a bit better. Having some like a bit more chicken now, a bit more pasta, a bit more eggs. Like, so I remember eating back in the day, I'd always have like scrambled eggs on toast, then a protein shake. Then I'd have sort of like chicken and pasta, and then I'd have sort of like chicken and potatoes in the evening, something like that, basically. And it's just building up that. I think didn't necessarily have any like failures or anything like that. It was just a case of, it took like just learning in the back things. That was always fun, and like the approaches I took, and just like, oh wow, it was crazy sort of thing. I think like back in the day, I wanted to do it, and I really sort of like, I want to sort of like get bigger. I was really excited, and so I'd read and stuff, a lot of things, threw myself into self-educated, bought a lot of books, like I said, magazines, on the forums all the time, everything like that, because no one around me was sort of into it at all. Like back up in the valleys, there's no PTs, there's no sort of, perhaps I had one mate who was training, but again, apart from that, again, it's just all, as I said, go all online, like American sort of bodybuilding forums. That's where I sort of started, and it was just sort of, wow, it was all sort of, it was all fun, and just I didn't know what sort of, like, obviously now I just believed everything I read basically, but that was a good thing. I was always reading, always on the sort of I'd always go on the computer, I'd be on MSN or I'd be on Bebo, and then I'd be on bodybuilding forums reading about different things, and just sort of start educating myself, and then over time then it's obviously compounded, and I started getting a bit of a better idea, and like I looked at different things, sort of in terms of applying that slowly as well to my eating, to my training. I started logging stuff down, started tracking stuff, started get better eating. I started logging my diet down, like in a notebook basically. I got my old school books out and started logging my eating down there and working out with a calculator. Like today, I was just using my fitness pal, but I remember writing down there. I've still got the books. I just write down what I ate, and I'd calculate the protein, the calories, the carbs, the fats of each meal, and I'd be working out there, and I'd have pages and pages of my diet logged down. So then I'm like, okay, this is the calories I'm hitting, this is protein, and I was doing it. That was obviously pre sort of like my fitness pal back in the sort of, when was this back? Like 10, 12 years ago. And again, this is what I loved it, because I can see this is what I'm eating. How can I make this better tomorrow? Or how can I sort of make it like the I want to hit the diet. I want to be like the diet that's in the Muscle and Fitness magazine. Right? How do I'm getting it. I've got 3 meals. Right? I need to get the 4 meals tomorrow. Then I need to get the 5 meals. Okay? I need to like them. And that's sort of again how it started, and I was sort of worked. And then I remember like Maxim Muscle, they were doing sort of like a cover model sort of thing, like a cover model sort of how do you say it, like a transformation contest sort of thing, I think, where you obviously you take a picture, before picture, then you send, like, take an after picture and you send them in basically, and sort of, yeah, obviously like over like 8 or 12 weeks, I think. So I remember doing that over one summer when it was the summer holidays from school. I remember sort of taking a picture on, like, when I finished, and then training and eating, and then obviously having sort of some photos done towards the end of, I think it's the end of September, like beginning of September, and then I sent them into Maximus for the contest and everything. Obviously didn't win, but yeah, that was the first thing when I started really getting more. I learned about dieting and really getting leaner then as well, and just and it's just built from there. I just kept on sort of learning and sort of throwing myself into different things. Like I said, really did that contest. Then next year, I did the same thing. I did sort of like what did I do then? Going on holidays and stuff. And I was like, okay, right. I remember doing like 8-week preps and stuff like that. I got into 6 to 8 weeks where I got, like, school exams are finished now. Okay, right, I've got 8 weeks before we go to Benidorm. Okay, I'm going to get diced. I'm going to absolutely shredded. Okay, right, like, how do I do this? What's my... And in this time, I was just always reading, and that's it. Every time I did this, I learned so much about my body. I learned so much thing, and obviously built a lot of discipline as well. Because I remember, like, the summers, yeah, I'd be working, lifeguarding, and then I'd sort of obviously still be prepping for, like, sort of the holiday at the end of the summer or whatever. And yeah, and I was, like, this is just how I grew, and I obviously got into it. I loved it, did it through uni, and when I came out then, I did physics in uni. I was like, I don't want to do this. So then I went into sort of PT, and that's obviously when I just started learning, like, compounded so much more. Everything I'd been doing was, like, stupid, basically, and I just learned so much more, okay? And that's obviously just, like, being around people then, like, elevated my environment. Like, people are so much fitter than me, better than me, like, around actual bodybuilders. And I was like, amazing. I can question these and learn from these, and it just elevated every area of my sort of my game, my training intensity, my knowledge, like, just my consistency, everything. Just my whole standards raised because I was in that environment of just people just who were, like, so much better than me, and I just consistently, and I learned and then just absorbed it, and I grew so much from that. Okay, so that's just some of my stories from back in the day, and, like, some of the lessons were, yeah, just don't rely on supplements. Like, food is always number one. Training, again, if you follow a training plan, let it work, okay? You don't need to change a training plan every week, okay? And just sort of, like, a training plan is always sort of, every training plan sort of focuses on the basic movements, okay? It's no sort of, just because it says it's someone's, like, workout they use to get in shape for a film, whatever, they're still going to do, like, the bench press, the chin-ups, the squats, the same as any other program, okay? Because that's how, they've been around for years, like, that's how it works, basically. What other lessons? Get around, sort of, surround yourself with good people and just people better than you, and just sort of help you level up. Obviously, educate yourself as well. Learn about sort of things. Use sort of, like, the resources and stuff. Use Google and stuff to different things. Or find and connect with different people. I remember talking to people in the gyms, and just, like, sort of people are there, and I just go up to them and just like, oh, hey mate, just sort of, how's training going today? Like, sort of, do you want a spot or anything? Or, like, sort of, what are you training today? Like, sort of, we'd have to train together. And I remember just having those conversations with people, because I was just like, I want to sort of be around that sort of thing. And these are just some of the lessons that you sort of you can apply. Say, getting around it, not trying to do it by yourself, learning sort of what you need to be doing, or how to get it, or where sort of these people hang out, or how can I sort of get some motivation? What do I need to do? Like, immerse yourself in it. And like I said, yeah, get around that environment of people, and seek out people who are better than you, and just sort of you can learn from. Don't sort of just think supplements will cure all, okay? Worry about your diet. Don't jump from shiny object to shiny object, or I'll try this, then I'll try this, then I'll try this. No, stick with one and grind it out. And sort of, what some other lessons would it be? That's just so much. Again, just be persistent and be consistent. That's it. Just, like, keep showing up every day. Okay, something doesn't work out. Okay, right. Okay, my goal? I'm never going to give up. I never had that intention of giving up at all. I was just like, oh, okay, this didn't work. I just try something else. And I just try something else. And it's always that. I never give up. I just always just fight, like, just tweak something. Yeah, like, something doesn't work, or I might be just, like, knock my head against a wall, but I won't give up. I'll just, like, persist, and I'll just sort of, okay, fine, okay, perhaps that isn't working. Yeah, okay, right, let's try something different. And that's the thing, is that I wouldn't give up. I just obviously keep on persisting through somehow. And that's what you just got to do, have that tenacity, because I was just competitive. I was like, there's no way I'm sort of letting this beat me, okay? And just sort of, yeah, that's it. Again, sort of just not letting it give up and just being persistent, just finding a way, okay? If this doesn't work, okay, try something different, okay, what's the next thing, okay? Right, is this working or not? And like I said, just getting in the habit of tracking foods, again, and tracking workouts. This made a massive difference. I said back in the days, my fitness pal, the apps you have today, I was writing stuff down and learning, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm not eating enough. I thought I was, but I'm obviously not. And just these are some of the lessons that sort of steered me and just sort of like where I came from, basically, okay? I just want to share that with you because, again, it's always sort of nice to hear, like when I sort of hear from sort of like athletes or people who sort of role models and like how they started, and because it's just, with this, like this, I'm the same as you sort of thing. I started in exactly the same position. I didn't know what I was doing and didn't have a clue, and just kept on, like I said, persistent over time, kept showing up, learning along the way, and again, just like sort of, obviously, like I said, been doing about 13 years now, probably something like that, just like, yeah, like it's just, you just keep getting better, you always keep going, okay? So I hope that helps, gents. Any questions, any comments you got, whatever, anything you want to ask or anything you want to share, let me know, okay? Just comment below, and I'll speak to you soon.